Picking the right VPN is hard. Every review site tells you a different brand is best, and almost every VPN's website is so littered with marketing fluff that the words fastest and most secure end up meaning nothing at all. Instead of telling everyone to buy the same VPN, I'm going to show you what to prioritize depending on why you want a VPN. The best choice for a casual streamer on a budget is very different to an investigative journalist looking for uncompromising privacy. In my experience, there are 4 main groups of VPN users. You've got your streamers, you've got privacy advocates, you've got bargain hunters, and you've got the power users. In this episode, we've got a section focusing on each of these. I'll outline what each group should look for, and I'll also suggest a couple of VPNs for each based on my recent testing. Bear in mind, I never recommend any VPN that has had privacy issues. You can find links to all the best VPNs as well as my in-depth VPN guides and reviews in the description. Let's get on with it. If your main goal is getting more out of Netflix or watching your home streaming accounts when you're abroad, this section is for you. So, the key things to look for when choosing a streaming VPN are the ability to unblock streaming sites you need, obviously, reliable speed on short and long distance connections, and of course, good compatibility with devices like Fire Sticks and Apple TV. At Tom's Guide, I test every VPN I review with multiple Netflix libraries, Disney+, Prime Video, as well as with regional sites like BBC iPlayer, 10play, ITV, the works. This is all to find out which VPNs actually work in the real world. And it looks like I'm starting this one with a bit of surprise, because in my last round of testing, the unlikely name Norton VPN produced the best results when it came to unblocking streaming sites. So I noticed a lot of VPNs slip up with Amazon Prime Video in this round of testing, but honestly, Norton did not miss a beat. It's not the absolute fastest VPN around. It clocked in at about 1,000 megabits per second on short distance connections and about 700 when connecting between the US and the UK. Some VPNs went faster, but this is more than fast enough to stream 4K and probably faster than your home internet. Unless you've got seriously fast Wi-Fi, you'll be held up by your ISP, not your VPN. Everyone's favourite NordVPN is a good alternative to Norton. It did struggle with Australian Amazon Prime and US YouTube, but it's also faster than Norton, and overall, it's probably a better VPN package. For more info on the best streaming VPNs, check the link in the description. If your main objective is maximum privacy, your criteria has got to go way deeper than basic marketing. So first up, I'd recommend just totally ignoring the hype about exotic offshore jurisdictions. Where a company is legally headquartered is a very minor bonus, if any at all. If a VPN logs your activity, that fancy island address will not save you. Instead, you want independent audits, a proven real-world track record, and just all the key privacy features in the apps themselves. And I think the benchmark here is Proton VPN. Proton's gone through tons of independent audits with cybersecurity firms like Securitum, and in the apps you get the perfect set of privacy features. I think the most unique is Secure Core. This is basically double hop, where a VPN sends you through 2 servers instead of 1. The difference here is that Proton first sends your traffic through special servers in ultra secure locations before onto your chosen VPN location and then onto the website you're heading to. Basically, you get double the encryption, and importantly, neither one of Proton's servers you use in that chain knows your real IP address and your destination. The Secure Core servers are practically impossible to breach, and even if the other server's compromised, your identity still can't be linked with your activity. All the basics are there as well, like a strong kill switch, a choice of protocols, and something called NetShield. So NetShield is a DNS filter to block trackers. I will say that other general browsing protection tools like NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro did perform better in my tests, but having NetShield is better than nothing. And finally, Proton's all open source. anyone can check the code of the apps to make sure there's nothing shady going on. If you want an alternative with a legendary real-world track record, look at Mullvad. So Mullvad is one of the most transparent VPNs available. Again, it's undergone audits on everything from their payment infrastructure to their custom WireGuard builds. But more importantly, their privacy model is genuinely proven. So in 2023, law enforcement visited their offices with a physical search warrant, but they left completely empty-handed because Mullvad had no customer data to actually share with them. The apps are also seriously secure, and you can even pay in cash in the post if you're worried about leaving a paper trail. Do be aware though that Mullvad is not for everyone. In my testing, it was absolutely useless for streaming. And I know that's not Mullvad's target audience, but Proton is quite good for streaming, so that's probably a better pick for most people. Next up, we've got the Bargain Hunter. So before we get stuck into this, there's one thing I've got to say about VPN pricing. You'll see all of these VPNs advertising themselves as $1.99 per month or whatever to get that price, except literally one or two exceptions, Mullvad being one. You pay up front. So you pay for 2 years and then you pay for 3 more months on top because it's apparently free. And that all works out at $1.99 per month over the course of the subscription. Just be aware you're paying, $50 or more up front. You are not paying $1.99 per month. That's just how much it works out at. Also, be aware that prices rise if you let it auto-renew. And this is a whole nother topic that we'll cover in another video in detail. But basically, cancel your plan before you're charged for your renewal. You can just sign up again if you want to keep using it. So, with that out of the way, if you're on a budget, you want to look for 2 things. Good introductory pricing, obviously, and generous simultaneous connection limits. That means you can use your subscription on tons of devices and not have to buy another plan. I think the easy choice here is Surfshark. Their longer plans are great value in terms of cold hard cash, but privacy and streaming are reliable as well, and you can use one plan on unlimited devices. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, whatever. No one is stopping you. But if you can't afford to spend any money on your VPN, and that will be a lot of people nowadays, I reckon PrivadoVPN is the best free option out there. So you get 10 gigabytes of full speed data every month. You don't need to enter your credit card. Speeds and privacy are surprisingly good. And if you do want to upgrade sometime, it's super cheap. It's cheaper than Surfshark. Admittedly, the apps aren't perfect and you only get, I think, maybe 10 locations on the free plan. But, come on, it is free. And finally, we have the power user, all of you networking nerds out there. So if you want full control over everything your VPN does, surprisingly few consumer VPNs will cut it. And admittedly, if you're in this category, you'll already know what you're looking for, so I will skip to the best VPNs for you. For pure customization, private internet access is probably my top choice here. The whole app is open source and allows you to tweak encryption levels, change MTU sizes, and set up specific port forwarding rules and, loads more. Plus, similar to Mullvad, their no logs policy has actually been proven true multiple times in actual US courtrooms. So, you can trust their claims of no logging. An alternative option is Windscribe. So Windscribe is another pretty complex, very powerful VPN that focuses all on the features. The add and tracker blocker called Robert is quite effective and very customizable, and Windscribe also has multiple stealth protocols designed to get around strict network blocks. It's built from the ground up for people who want to tinker with their VPN and already know a bit about how it works. But be aware, it does come with some app issues. I find them quite cramped and just a bit annoying to use, really. Plus, there's not a deal on Windscribe can be quite expensive compared to other VPNs. The takeaway here is simple. Stop falling for generic marketing hype and figure out what you actually need your VPN to do on a daily basis before handing over your payment info. Look at the audits, check the speed data, and read unbiased reviews to help make up your mind. I have left links to my hands-on reviews of all these VPNs in the description below, as well as direct links to each VPN I've spoken about here if you want to sign up. Leave a comment if you think there's anything else to consider before buying a VPN, and, let me know what made up your mind when you finally bought yours. If that helped you out, consider subscribing, leave a like. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.